Lock in with Vito.
Okay, we live in the crib vibing with Vito. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube at Vibing with Vito. Also follow us on the Instagram at Vibing with Vito. You already know the slogan. We vibrating higher and we chasing purpose over popularity. Make sure you tune in each and every Monday at 8 o'clock on the Big Fast Network. Shout out to the family. I got somebody in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? We've been conversing for a couple of months on the Instagram.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to have you come and vibe with me, my dog.
Hey, I appreciate you having me, man.
How you doing, man? Introduce yourself to the people.
I'm Sandman Da Jewler. For those that don't know, I'm the CEO, owner of Grills Done Right. Anytime you need your grills done right, come see me.
Facts. Man, take us back on the journey, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you embark on this journey, like, and want to be a jeweler? You know what I'm saying? Because that's, for us, like, our people, you know, that's, you kind of see just like a little bit of us doing, jewelry.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So how did you kind of get into it?
Man, it was actually a twofold type situation. It first started, I was running a tutorial program for special needs students, and that's when the pandemic hit. And then, when the pandemic hit, you can't see nobody no more. You know what I'm saying? You can't go nowhere. You can't go in anybody's house or anything like that. So I was kind of like messed up, and I was trying to figure something out. And my mom gave me some money, and she was like, hey, don't do anything responsible for anybody else. Do something good for you. Like, just do something for you.
Damn.
And so found this sketchy looking Instagram page, and I was like, I'm gonna go get a grill. And I went to go get the grill, and the dude, there was actually somebody in the back that was working, and they had a mix, and they had my song on it. And so I was like, trying to tell the dude, oh, that's me. And he's like, yeah, whatever. Like, you trying to get this grill or not?
Yeah, facts.
And then I was like, nah, that's me. And I showed him my Instagram. And he was like, oh, you got a lot of followers. I was like, yeah. And he was like, well, I do this. I can sell this to you at a discount right now, or I can sell it to you wholesale, and you just bring me some customers to make up for, what I'm not charging you.
Yeah, facts.
And so the rest was kind of history. But, like, prior to that, I had went to see, like most folks, I went to South DeKalb Mall, and I was trying to get some jewelry or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to pay for something, and the jeweler told me one price. But then when he rang up my card, he rang it up for like $350 more than whatever he told me.
Damn.
Including the tax. For the people out there thinking, oh, that was just, that wasn't the tax.
Right.
And then when I told him about it, it just was no disregard. I mean, it was just utter disregard for the hard work that I had put in to get the money to even spend it in the first place.
Damn.
And so I was like, I ain't gonna do nothing that's gonna have y'all carry me up out of here. But I told him, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to see you at the top. I'm going to pay you back for this one. I ain't going to forget. And so then the situation with my mom happened probably like, I don't know, maybe like a month later. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I've been bombing on them ever since.
Man, facts. I mean, I be seeing you on Instagram, bro, customer after customer. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to you, bro. You always be playing my music, bro. Like,
oh, yeah.
when you throw, when you show your diamonds and shit, I'm like, man, that's love though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nah, for sure. I got $1 million question for you, bro.
Okay.
Everybody that sits on this couch, I have the honor to ask them. Mm-hmm. Now I have the honor to ask you.
Okay.
How big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail?
Man, my dreams would be unlimited, because I think the only thing that constrains me right now is time. I just don't feel like it's enough time in the day to get everything done. I feel like it's not enough time also because I get sleepy sometimes. Like,
yeah, fact.
The fact that I have to go to sleep sometimes, like, bothers me.
Yeah.
I be like, dang, I got so much to do.
Niggas better drink a Red Bull, nigga.
Right, that part.
Hey, Red Bull sponsor us now. I'm just playing. No, for sure. But nah, that's dope, man. I look at like the L in failure as like a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Like, every time that I embarked on something like a new journey and stuff like that, even if I fell short, I tried it. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of prepped me into doing what I'm doing now, you know what I'm saying, for the long haul, you know what I'm saying? So that's a good way to think, for sure.
Absolutely.
Was there a specific moment when you realized the only way to protect yourself or the possibility of others was inside of the game, was to learn it yourself, you know what I'm saying? So like to make grills and just different things like that.
Yeah, I got tired of our people getting taken advantage of. I looked at the demographic of people that were spending money on jewelry. Then I looked at the demographic of people that were providing the service. And I was like, it's not right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think that communities can't go, not just the black community, but any community, you can't grow if there's no reinvestment into what you got going on. So if you're taking $10,000 on a chain and you're giving it to an establishment that's right in the middle of your neighborhood, but then when your little league team needs some helmets or they need some baseball bats or something like that, and they don't reinvest, now you're depleting the resources that your community had. You should have just took that $10,000 and gave it to the little team. You know what I'm saying? So I saw that to be a huge problem. And I decided to stop complaining about it and do something.
Yeah, facts. Why do you feel like we do that to each other? You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to like, we'll go spend money with other people, but when it comes down to like spending money with us as a community, sometimes we kind of like, you know, we shy away from it.
I can't even say that that's been my personal experience, because that has, like, I've only been in business 5 years and we've been booming. You know what I'm saying? I definitely been blessed. But I think also sometimes it's just new. Like, prior to this, I was a teacher. Prior to that, I was a rapper. Nobody know me for selling no grills or making jewelry or anything like that. So I think it was new. And then it's just kind of like during slavery when they made reading illegal. It's that stigma that gets put on us, like, oh, he's gonna steal, he's black, or you can't trust him, or he doesn't know what he's talking about. But I think through TikTok and through the internet, when I got a chance to really show people what we do and I started giving people the game, I think that they changed their perception. So I think that's kind of how it happened.
Nah, for sure. I have a slogan I always say: purpose over popularity. When I say that slogan, how can you mirror that around like your journey?
Man, I feel like that speaks directly to my journey. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I'm not the most popular jeweler in Atlanta. Thanks. But it's definitely a top 5, and I'm in the top 5.
Yeah, thanks.
But I did it my way. Like, everything is based on, like, when you watch my videos, it's talking about, well, this is the percentage of gold that's actually in 10 karat gold. This is the difference between, because I was talking about moissanite and diamonds 6 years ago, you know what I'm saying, before this whole debate even started. I was the one on, well, I ain't gonna say no other blogs, but they reposted my video about me telling everybody that the diamond market had crashed. And for the next 2 to 3 years, purchasing diamonds isn't a good idea, only because these larger jewelers have a storehouse of diamonds in the back. They pay regular price for them. So they need to get them off at regular price. But the resale value is no longer there because De Beers, who holds 88% of all the diamonds in the world, has just thrown them all on the market. So you ain't gonna get nothing for what you spend. They were upset about that. Yeah, but that's, you know, purpose over popularity.
Yeah, facts. Let's talk about that, man, when it comes down to like moissanite versus lab grown versus actual diamonds. Like, what are the differences? I'm sorry.
Moissanites are a completely different stone. It's like having a ruby or a garnet or anything else. People often, when they don't know a lot, they're like, oh, those are fake diamonds. It's a completely different stone. And then on top of that, all moissanites are not man-made. So moissanites were originally discovered, I don't know the year, but they were discovered by Dr. Moissan, and they actually come from the moon. So that's one.
You said, wait, hold on. Moissanites come from the moon?
Yeah.
Wait, for real? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get into that, but keep going. My bad. I was like, what the fuck? All right, cool.
Yeah, like the original moon rock. But and then when it comes to lab diamonds versus natural diamonds, it's no different than you taking, I don't know, it's no different than you standing outside in a snowstorm with a bowl and collecting ice, sleet, and snow in your bowl versus you going to your refrigerator and getting ice out of there. It's both still ice. One is just man-made and one came down naturally. That's the only difference between natural diamonds and lab diamonds.
Facts. So why people be saying like, oh, you got on fake diamonds or whatever have you, when again, like you just explained it, that they're actually real. It comes from somewhere.
Because you went to a jeweler and then he wanted to upsell you. So he told you that moissanites were fake diamonds or lab diamonds ain't no good because he wanted your money. He knew that the profit margin and the spread would be much larger if he could get you to pay an exorbitant price. So that's why you think that.
Yeah, facts.
And then a lot of people want to uphold the status quo. It's kind of like with all this stuff going on in China and the factories getting on TikTok showing exactly where your Louis Vuitton and all that kind of stuff is made and where it comes from.
Facts.
People don't want to listen to that because you done spent all this money on this. You wanna gatekeep. You want to keep uphold the status quo. So
Facts.
that's why.
Damn, nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Damn, bro. Okay, so like you said, so jewelers are like upcharging you, and they're giving you a less quality diamond, and then that's when people. But what's up with the whole diamond tester thing? Like motherfuckers walking around with diamond tests, like if it don't ping, it's not real. Like talk to me about that.
Man, it's entertainment. It's just like anything else. People find something, then they just latch onto it, and then they just run with it because them little wands that y'all be getting off of Amazon, that all that is testing is the geothermal energy that's produced by the stone. You could fool that same tester by taking your necklace or whatever, sitting on it, and then waiting on somebody to test it. And it's gonna
What you mean sitting on it?
Like you could sit on it. You just want to heat it up. You can put it in a microwave and then let them test it, and it's gonna produce more geothermal energy than it would, if it was just sitting on the counter. So it doesn't have to be real. And then on top of that, teach y'all something new. There's a thing called carbon dipping, and all they're doing is taking cubic zirconias and other types of stone. They're rolling them in diamond carbon, and then they're letting you test it, and you'll never know the difference.
So these niggas finessing.
Yeah, it's a wicked game out here, man.
Man, it's wicked as hell. That's crazy.
Yeah.
When you say jewelers have been beating our community, what are the most common ways you've seen this happen in like overpricing fake goods, low resale value, or like lack of transparency?
Man, I actually have a video about this on TikTok. I went up to a mall up in Cobb County. I forgot which mall it was. But I went to the case. They didn't know who I was. I asked them how much the piece was. And I think the dude tried to charge me like 10 grand for it. Then I went to the wholesaler and I showed the exact same piece. Y'all can look on my TikTok. It says King on it. And the same piece was only like $1,300 or something like that. So that type of exorbitant pricing, because you charge somebody 10 grand for something that's only worth $1,300, like, what's the resale value on that? What's going to happen when you know what I'm saying, want to get rid of it?
Damn.
Stuff like that.
That's crazy. Why do you think these like exploiting practices have been allowed or like continue to go so long? Is it the lack of customers' knowledge, lack of regulations, or something deeper that ties to like the culture or like the status?
First of all, you can check out, there's plenty of documentaries on Netflix. But people have been remixing diamond. Like before I even started talking about moissanite, before anybody else was talking about it, this was a common practice for many years, at least last 20 years. Thanks. People have been selling moissanites as diamonds. And then on top of that, it's a lack of access. Because like we're having this conversation now, and the people that shop with me, I always try to impart some knowledge on them then. But prior to meeting me and prior to me getting the information, how would you ever even know? There's really no way to tell. So you're going to keep getting beat. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that saying, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. It's the same type situation.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. Do you feel like mainstream or luxury jewelers are to blame for like the manipulation, or is it more prevalent in like local independent spaces? Who should we hold accountable for this shit?
I don't know. That's a really good question. I don't really.
You know, he's trying to be politically correct. Like,
man, it's just one of those things. Like large jewelers, they may have been finessing people early on, and they may be finessing people still, but their clientele is so high up that they have different consequences for their action.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? You might get sued. Like, look at that whole situation with Sean Kingston. So, like, you might get sued if your client has, $250,000 extra sitting around. But if you're at the flea market, if he don't come back with a baseball bat, you know what I'm saying? You might get off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's just one of those situations.
Facts. Can we talk about like the economic shift and like the tariffs and shit like that? Can we talk about that? You ready to go? All right.
We can talk about it.
How exactly have tariffs impacted like the gold and diamond market? And what are consumers not being told about these behind the scene costs?
It's really like, because I've been posting about it. So anybody that follows me know I've been going crazy trying to figure this situation out. It's crazy because though diamonds and gold primarily come from Africa, the companies that do the mining in Africa they're not African. They're usually Russian or they're Chinese. So what ends up happening is when you get 146% tariff or whatever the crazy number was, like it just makes the price of goods so high. And not to get super political, but I posted, I will never forgive people for what they have done because the prices are so exorbitant. It just makes zero sense. So, but with that being said, you know, what they lifted it for 90 days. So we definitely having a 90-day sale. So everything is like back to regular price for the next 90 days.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Damn. Talk to me about the tariffs because I'm still trying to understand like that whole thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is it when you buy something is being like you're being taxed like double or triple now, or like what is that? Like, talk to me about it.
Basically, what we're dealing with on this side is like an import tariff. So everything that comes from China, instead of them just being able to send it, you know, through UPS or however they send it, once it gets to customs, there's an extra tax on top of what you have already paid to get it shipped here through DHL or whatever it is that people use. So like,
is it crazy though? Like, is it like so?
It's crazy because I got a post on my Instagram. I tried to buy, I can't remember what it was that I was trying to, I think it was like some gold bullion. That's the little gold beads that we melt down to make gold chains and stuff. It was like some gold bullion and maybe like some moissanite or some diamonds or something. But I was trying to buy 900 worth. And then once I got to the checkout counter, the final price was like 2,400 or something like that. And I'm like, something got to be wrong. And I went back through the itemized report.
Yeah, that shit would have stayed.
Yeah, fact, that part. And it was like import tariff $1,500. I was like, what? How? That was a terrible feeling.
Damn, that's crazy. So with gold and diamonds going through the roof, while the diamond market is collapsing on resale, who's really profiting in this economy, and who's taking the biggest loss?
Ignorant people are taking the biggest loss, and jewelers that like to take advantage of people, they're making all the profit. Yeah, and that's kind of where it is. It's really just that simple. Folks know what's going on, but it doesn't behoove them to tell you what's going on. And it goes back to what you said. This is my purpose over popularity. Because everything I say ain't really popular all the time. Like when y'all tried to blackball me and it didn't work. You know what I'm saying?
So who tried to blackball you?
It was some people. They're connected to other people that I have to do business with still. But when I started telling them the truth, they tried to stop what I had going on. But as you can see, it's 4 years later. And I'm still here. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. Top 5 jewelers in Atlanta. Who you gonna go with?
Man, I don't even know if it's 5 really. I would have to say Scotty at the top.
Absolutely.
Cause he
Shout out Scotty.
He laid the groundwork for all of this, you know what I'm saying, that we doing right now. So I have to say Scotty. Then I have to say A-Town, which is Junior and them.
Yeah, thanks.
And then
I don't really know them, but yeah, shout out. No, I'm not saying it like that. I was just saying like shout out to them.
Yeah, and then shit, me.
So you say just 3. We're gonna just go with 3 then. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's just the big 3, man.
Damn, that's crazy. Have you ever done business with Scotty or anything like that, or y'all know each other?
I think I might have reached out to Scotty. Shout out to Scotty. I think I might have reached out back in the day when I was trying to be a rapper, trying to do like rap with him or something. Nah, not on no jewelry or anything.
Okay,
like
cool. Do you think it'll ever be a time where jewelers all just come together and like, bro, there's so much money to be made in this market. Let's just do this shit together, or is it just like y'all just so competitive and want to sell things at different prices? Like, what's the disconnect there?
I don't know if it's necessarily a disconnect, but it just kind of makes it difficult. It's like having an event and you have 5 different food trucks pull up and they all selling cheeseburgers. Mm-hmm. And pretty much like they all have the ability to make the same variation of cheeseburger. So like we can be cool, but I don't really know, other than like collaborating on things outside of jewelry, I don't even know
how y'all. Yeah. That's why I'm asking, because it's like, bro, it's easy for like podcasters to come together to do some shit. It's easy for rappers to come together to do I never seen no jewelers like kick it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for sure.
But we be cool though. It don't be no beef.
Yeah.
But shout out to them two brothers. So if y'all ever want to do something and y'all brainstorm something, holla at me. I'm down to do it.
I think that should be dope, man. What's your approach to educating your customers so they don't feel like beating the head over a way? You know what I'm saying? When they're buying from you.
I tell them the truth. And this is all through my DMs. I tell people when they be like, oh, I want this, that, and the third. I'll be like, here's a price savvy alternative. And I also tell them, I will make whatever it is that you want, but I'm just letting you know that it might be a better option to go with this. So that's how I kind of keep people on board. But if you have some crazy idea that you just really want and you've been dreaming about it and it needs to be 18 karat and it needs to be VVS 1 and like, okay, cool. But I'm letting you know I could do the same thing in 10 karat gold and moissanite. So just whatever.
So if somebody came to you with like a fake chain or something like that, look like a fake, I ain't mean to say it like that, bro. You gonna laugh, nigga? Like if somebody came to you with a fake chain or something and they want you to like spice it up, hey, add some moissanite to them motherfucker or like throw a little bedazzle on that bitch. Like, what would you tell them? Or like, how would you do it?
I usually don't anymore. Only because
he said anymore. That nigga.
When I first started, I was trying to get all the dollars. It really didn't matter.
Yeah.
But as time went on, and then old Instagram posts started following you, and people like, oh, I got this from Sandman, but it looked like garbage, and I ain't make the piece. I just set the stones in. I'd be like, yeah, we can't do that no more.
That's great. So if like, okay, how can you decipher like if something is real or something is fake? Or like somebody come to you with like some gold, they're like, bro, I want you to go ahead and put some diamonds in this. And then you look at that shit and you like, man, this gonna fuck up the value of this and fuck up my face. How can you know what I'm saying? Because it's so hard now to like to know what's real or what's fake.
Oh yeah, man, we ain't playing no guessing games. All you gotta do, I don't know the exact term for what the tool is, but it's a tool and it's kind of like granite, and you scratch the gold on it, and then you take the liquid solutions and you pour it on there. If the mark that the gold item disappears, then it's not real gold. So, but you can go like 10 all the way up to like 22 karat. That's how you know.
Thanks.
But we ain't doing no guessing games. You can't
thanks.
finesse me. You can't fool me. I don't care how cool we are.
Yeah.
None of that matters to me.
Did you ever hurt somebody's feelings when they came to you?
Absolutely.
Like they like, bro, hey, this the realest thing. Take my chain and do your thing. And you like, man, this shit fake.
Yeah, mainly with gold teeth though. People coming in and wanting to like trade in, or they want to get like a full set. And they're like, oh, I got these in my drawer. Can you add this, or can I get some scrap gold for it? And I was like, dang, this
ain't real, bro.
Not gold, man. Fuck you mean it's not gold? Damn, bro.
They get mad at you,
They
nigga.
do.
Like, nigga, you ain't buy it from me, nigga.
Right, you need to run back to the flea market, cuz.
Facts. Do you feel a responsibility to change the perception of jewelers of this culture? And if so, what does that look like in today's time?
I don't know if I necessarily feel the need to change the perception of jewelers. I just am here, like you said, purpose over popularity. I'm just here to spread the gospel. I'm just here to tell you the truth. Whether you choose to listen to it or not, that's fine. But I just know that my people have been marginalized, and I got tired of complaining about it. So I figured I'd do something about it.
Yeah, facts. Nah, that's dope. That's dope. Do you believe the jewelry game is built to keep certain people ignorant, especially like our black community? And what's your role in breaking that cycle?
Nah, I jewelry and diamonds and gold and all that, we've been doing that since Africa. So I think there's nothing wrong with adornment. I think there's nothing wrong with buying a chain because it's a trophy and it symbolizes something. I think it's just important to do it responsibly. Like, I don't think nothing's wrong with having a Hellcat. I do think something's wrong with doing donuts in the middle of 285 in rush hour traffic. Like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about being responsible with what you have. But in and of itself, jewelry is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, facts. When you think about your journey in totality, right? At this moment, you know what I'm saying? All this adversity you've been through, all the stuff you learned along the way.
Right.
How do you want your legacy to be like known? Like, what do you want to be known for mostly, like, or mainly when it's all said and done?
Man, I want people to remember that, like, one, I put it all on the line. Two, I did it for us. I did it for the culture. Like, really did it for the culture. I think often people be like, oh, I did it for the people. I did it for the culture. But when it get tough, it's easy to go mainstream. It's easy to start finessing. It's easy to start lying. But I want people to watch my journey and be like, dang, I remember when bro was doing this out the trunk of his car. I remember when he had the spot on Old National, or when he was in Norcross, or when he was in Stockbridge. Like, that's what I want people to remember, that I was here to help.
Yeah, facts. So the jewelry game is pretty lucrative, you would say.
Yeah, it can be.
So you get into the money.
Something like that.
You ain't gotta be humble, nigga, on this shit, nigga. You get into the money, nigga.
A little bit.
Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. What's your favorite piece you made, like, all time? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that you can kind of look back and like, damn, I really went crazy on that piece.
Man, shout out to my boy Okarike. He's a producer. He actually has this movie. Now, I don't want to mispronounce the name of the movie. He's got a couple movies on Tubi. And I love my clients.
Fuck with me, man. I love Tubi.
For sure. He put me in the movie, so I love that.
Yeah.
But he's got this piece that I did. It's called, for his brand, called Up the Price. And he went crazy. I'm talking about, I don't even have a visual. It's almost the size of the ring right there. Like, it was huge. It took me like 2 months, 3 months to finish. And then he went crazy with the white gold Cuban. But it's like a I ain't gonna try to put all your business out there, but he went like 20 millimeters on the chain. And I got it on my page, and it is just like, it's just a work of art. It's real simple, but just the way that he wanted it put together, and with the way we were able to work together to, you know, accomplish the dream, that's probably one of the biggest pieces and one of my favorite pieces outside of my own.
Yeah, facts. That shit hard too. So what's the most common piece that people come to ask you to make or like to get from you? Right now, as of right now, like what's popular? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in terms of like the jewelry game.
Most popular is probably like either moissanite bust down grills. Everybody want the Cubans or whatever, like the iced out Cubans. But you know, those vary. Like you can get the same Cuban in like Cuba Zirconia or something. So but like people ain't really doing too many like gold slugs anymore. Everybody really want to get iced out. That's like the big thing right now. Ice grills.
Do you miss when people were like just doing a solid gold?
Yeah, the money was quicker. It wasn't as much money as diamond grills, but it was quicker because I can bang that out in like 6 hours, start to finish. But like when we talking about setting stones, it's a 2-part process. I gotta take your mold, then I gotta give you the blank, because once I set the stones in your grill, there's no more manipulating the grill. You know what I'm saying? So it's a 2-part process. So I do kind of miss when people came in, got their little gold grill, and was out the door.
I want them opals, like, you know, them colorful like stones. Yeah, I want a whole set like that. I don't really want. I mean, I would do like diamonds maybe around it.
Right.
But I want a whole set full of like colorful opals.
Yeah, that seemed like it fit your whole swag.
That shit'd be hard as fuck.
Yeah,
how much you think that shit gonna cost me, nigga?
For you, we'll discuss the price. But
look, he don't want to put my price out there. Like, hey, man, that nigga charged me $14,000.
Right,
he gonna charge Vito $200.
Right. Be upset with me.
Nah.
All in the comments.
For sure. Bro, if you could tell your younger self anything, what would it be and why?
Keep going. Don't get frustrated. Don't be afraid to pivot. Sometimes in life, you just have to pivot.
That pivot be important, bro.
Absolutely. And just be you. Because, like, win, lose, or draw, I'm happy with myself at the end of every day because I'm me. You know what I'm saying? I never sacrifice my morals. I don't do things that I'm uncomfortable with. I'm quick to tell people, nah, I appreciate the opportunity, but that don't really fit my brand, or I don't really feel comfortable doing that. So just,
that's honest too.
Yeah,
that's honest. A lot of people, and I feel like a lot of people, we need that. You know what I'm saying? Like we need that. Like, you know, we need people to say like, nah, bro, like I ain't trying to attach my brand to that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bro, people be trying to pay me for like a lot of shit, and I just be like, bro, that'll make me look crazy. Especially when in the weirdest shit, it be like when artists be beefing with each other and shit, and they want to come on my goddamn platform. I don't do that shit. I don't do that because I don't know. the thing is, I ain't in the streets. Number
Right,
one,
right.
I'm removed from that shit. That
Right,
like
absolutely.
I'm so at peace right now. But it's like,
Absolutely.
bro, hey, bro, I pay you I gotta tell my story. Why would you want to tell your story on my shit?
Right,
Like
right.
on my
Yeah,
shit, bro.
Right.
Get on
yeah,
Instagram
yeah.
Live, nigga, and tell your story,
Right,
nigga.
right.
I
Nah,
ain't trying to be
facts.
involved, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but so
Yeah.
we do need people to say, I can't attach my brand to that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's very important.
yeah. And we need people to respect it.
They don't
It's-
respect it though when you tell
they
them.
don't.
That.
They-
Yeah,
they
it's like
feel some
now they
kinda
mad
way.
at you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
big on that because we never know. We all got to die at some point, but you never know when you're going to die.
And I ain't trying no,
that-
shit that ain't had nothing to do with me.
That part. And I just look at so many people's like social media pages that post, something funny or some crazy shit, and then they die. And this is the last thing on your page. So everybody with their RIP condolences
They seen
got
that
to
shit.
comment under this crazy post that might not even be a good representation.
Oh, you.
I always try to keep that in my mind. I don't want my mama to have to go to my page and I done
Yeah.
got some old crazy shit on my page.
Yeah, facts. If you can describe your journey, who you are as a person, in one word, what would it be?
Ooh. Damn, Vito, you can't even hold on. Think about that one.
Take your time, bro. Let me put my glasses on for this.
One word. Magnificent.
Okay.
Yeah, magnificent.
Why would you say? Why would you use that word?
Because it's like you said, even when you take, even the L's I've taken, even the stuff that I've been through, and everybody that follow me know I done been through some things, man. They have all manifested into something greater later. Even the hardest trials and tribulations I've been through, they have shaped and molded my personality in ways that prepared me for large challenges later on in life.
Yeah, facts. Have you ever taken like a big L on creating something or making something for somebody? And you know what I'm saying? Have you like lost a lot of money doing some shit?
I have. Before I got really like established and when I started being so thirsty and once I started having a brand and a name, not often, a couple times I started working on pieces without payment based on the fact that these people were famous. So I started buying the diamonds, buying the gold, doing the CAD, and for those that don't know, CAD is computer assisted design.
I was gonna ask you that.
Okay, for sure. That's the little 3D thing that you see me holding up before I actually make the jewelry. So a couple times, people came to me. They had big names. I was excited. I started working without payment, and then they flaked, and I had to eat it.
When you say flake, they just didn't want the jury anymore, or what?
They start responding, say, bruh, I was going to do such and such, but my baby mama got to buy a tricycle and, it costs money and just all kind of stuff, man, and just left me holding the bag. That happened twice.
And you can't resell that shit once you make it, like, because it was designed for them.
It was designed for them, absolutely. And then what people don't understand is they be like, just melt it back down. 10 karat gold is only like 42.7% gold anyway. And every time you melt it down, you lose some to the air through evaporation. So that means you got to purchase more gold or go back in your stash and add more to it.
Now you losing out on the other stuff you using more.
Absolutely.
Damn.
At that time, I ain't have it like that to be.
Thanks.
Nah.
What's the biggest loss you took money wise on a nigga that flake?
I think probably it wasn't too bad, like 12 bands.
Yeah. Shit, that's a lot, boy.
I mean, it is.
That ain't too bad for a nigga. $20 to me is nigga. That is a lot, nigga. If it's my $20 that I gotta, nigga, that's a lot to me, nigga. You said 12 bands.
Yeah.
Shit.
But what
he would never be a customer again.
Oh no.
Like I would never even do no type of business with bruh.
Cuz ain't doing no type of business with nobody.
Nah, fact.
But yeah,
Facts. So like with your operation and stuff like that, like, cause isn't it? Well, would you say that it's kind of like hard because like a lot of people are talking directly to you? do you feel like your brand is getting so big you need to kind of delegate other people to handle your, you know what I'm saying, your orders and stuff, or you're not too comfortable yet with giving them that you know, that job?
Yeah, we tried. A lot of y'all, if y'all came to my shop in Norcross, you met some of the people. Like, we tried that, but I'm really the only person that can give out deals, and I'm really the only person that can negotiate because I'm the only person that's watching the market all the time. I'm the only one that has the relationship with the vendors and the wholesalers to know what's going on. So I prefer for people to talk to me. Now, you might not talk to me like when it comes to doing your mold, or like if you might get a call from someone, they might FaceTime you the CAD, or just, you know, get the specifics about what's going on, or to accept payment and stuff like that. But when it comes to the creativity and like bringing your dream to fruition, then I need to talk to you because I got to be hands-on with it. We recently took a L with me not being hands-on with something.
And that just like, nah, I'm straight.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah, man.
Nah, facts, bro. Hey, bro, thank you for coming, bro. Real shit, man. Bro, I'm glad that we got a chance to actually meet in person.
Absolutely.
And have this conversation.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You're welcome back anytime you want to come on the show and stuff like that. This segment of the show is Vibing with Vito Shoutouts. The floor is yours.
Okay. Wow. Man, I should have came with a list. Shout out to my mama. That's always gonna be my number one.
Thanks. Shout out Mom Dukes.
Absolutely. Shout out all the campus kings. Shout out to everybody. I don't even want to get into. Oh, actually, I am because I didn't start it. Shout out to my little brother. Shout out to my older brother. Shout out to my sister, my dad. Shout out to all my guys. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to. Yeah, that's it. If I love you, you know what I'm saying. You know where we at with it.
That's facts. Before we get out of here, I got a last question, man. With the weight of the world on your shoulders, success at the palm of your hands, how do you respond when adversity knocks at your door?
I evaluate and move forward. I evaluate what's going on. What do I need to do? Take some time, take a deep breath, and then I move forward.
Facts. Tell the people where they can find you.
Man, you can find me on TikTok. Anytime you type in Grills Done Right, you know what I'm saying, you can find. Oh, and I got to give you this, my brother. I forgot.
Man, thank you, bro.
Indeed.
Bro, hey, thank you for bringing this, man. Everybody that brings gifts on my show, bro, thank you so much, bro. Nah, real shit. Grills Done Right, bro. Thank you so much, bro.
Indeed.
Real talk.
So find me on TikTok, Sandman Da Jewler. Find me on Facebook, Sandman Da Jewler. Find me on Instagram, Sandman Da Jewler. I'll respond back fast on Instagram because I really be.
Find them on Black Planet, MySpace.
Like all that.
Nah, thank you, though, for real. Hey, man, it's been another episode, a wonderful episode, Vibing with Vito. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on YouTube. You already know the slogan, we vibrating higher, always chasing purpose over popularity. Check us out each and every Monday at 8 o'clock on the Big Facts Network. Shout out to the family. We gone.